Here we go. All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode 34 of the 740 Sports Show. I'm flying solo tonight. My trusty sidekick, longtime brother Bub. Work difficulties, work. Stressful day on a man. Hey, we're going to let a man decompress this evening. We give Bub the night off. Trav and I, we got this show on the road because we're going to be joined by great company anyway. Trav, episode 34, Ainsley Weaver, her mom, Tara, her dad, Gabe, they're here to chat with us. She's had an absolutely remarkable run, absolutely incredible run through the Elks Hoop Shoot. And they're here to talk to us about shooting free throws in a way one can only dream of. So thank you for tuning into episode 34. We hope that you enjoy what we got in store for you. So go ahead and lace them up. Again, a little bit tighter this evening. We got Ainsley Weaver joining us here for episode 34 of the 740 Sports Show. Let's go. Man, I'm going to need some Bearcat stuff in that intro, Trav. I got to get some Bearcat stuff in there. We'll work on it, guys. We'll work on it. Welcome to the show. We got Ainsley Weaver, local hooper, joining the show, along with her parents, Tara and Gabe. Folks, thank you all for joining us this evening. We appreciate it more than you know.
Thank you for having us.
Oh man, it's a true pleasure. We have all but spoken to you. We've read about you. We've seen the videos. It's incredible. We are truly blown away by what Ainsley has done. Obviously, we're going to give you guys the floor here in just a moment. We don't want to spoil it. So Ainsley, before I go too far into this, I'm going to ask, do you want to tell everybody what kind of is going on here, or do you want us to tell everybody? All right. So here's what Ainsley's got going on. All right, because we got to enlighten our buddy Travis here, who's our producer of the show here. So Ainsley, 8 to 9 year. Ainsley, are you 8 or 9?
9.
You're 9. Okay. So Ainsley, 9-year-old hooper who has had an absolutely remarkable run through the Elks Hoop Shoot. Where did it begin? Let me start there.
At my school.
Okay. So you go to Paint Valley, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, so it started at Paint Valley, your home school, and now you're about to head to Chicago and shoot on one of the coolest floors imaginable, which we'll get to. So you also, Ainsley, it started at your school, but you also made your way through the state run. Where was that at?
Newark, Ohio.
Okay, so Newark, Ohio. So that was where you actually won the state championship. And boy, we've got some great photos of that your mother provided. Man, one of the cool. I think that might be the coolest photo that's ever hit the show right there. A trophy, a medal, well earned. How many free throws did you hit to win the state championship? Do you remember?
I made all 25.
All 25. Okay. I'm going to go into this for just a moment here because this is incredible. I told you before the show that I wish my brother were here to tell this story. So my brother Bub, who does the show with us here, basketball, Ainsley, is my favorite sport. Basketball is my absolute favorite sport. I love it. I'm 5'10". I wish I would have been a little bit taller, but that part of it is what it is. But it's my favorite sport to play, and my brother Bubba was fortunate enough to get to the district tournament, which was in New Lexington that year. And I told your parents, my brother was underqualified to say the least to make it to that point. And I think he went 3 or 4 of 25. So Ainsley, 25 of 25 is astounding. I can't tell you how impressed we are. Um, you went to the regionals shortly after you won the state as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, how was your run through the regionals?
At regionals, I made 23 out of 25.
23 out of 25. Now, what did that's again unbelievable. That's what Travis here is. I wish you could see Travis. He is laughing because he is just amazed. 23 of 25. Let me ask you this. At regionals, did that place you first, second, third? How did you get to nationals? How do you qualify for that?
You won.
You won at regionals? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what we were thinking too, but we had to hear it straight from you. So you won the state, you won the regionals. Now you're about to head to Chicago. You're competing at Wintrust Arena at Chicago, Illinois, which is incredible. Did you know that's the home of a WNBA team?
Yeah.
Is that pretty exciting?
Yeah.
That's exciting for us to hear. Parents, one of our favorite movies growing up were Like Mike. I don't know if you're familiar with the movie, but it was a movie where a kid found a pair of shoes and overnight became Michael Jordan in a little kid's body, and he was playing in the NBA. So to even step foot on an NBA court was our dream. So Ainsley, you're doing some pretty remarkable things. You're a pretty big inspiration around here. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty exciting. So let me ask you this: what's been your favorite part of everything so far? Obviously, you like shooting, right?
Yeah.
Is, is,
My
is, is sh-
favorite,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
my favorite part is meeting new people.
You like meeting new people?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you like meeting the kids that you're shooting with?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you probably met quite a few friends through all of this then.
Mhm.
Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. Have you happened to have earned a best friend through all this? Do you have kind of a basketball best friend?
No.
No, no, that's all right. That's all right. You're just a friend of everybody's. I personally, I appreciate that. That's kind of what I aim to be. So super exciting, Ainsley. You've done some pretty awesome things. There are a lot of people talking about you. And I think that's awesome. I think that that's really cool. Parents, we gotta know, talk to us a little bit about Ainsley. My son loves sports. We got two other boys here at the house, love sports. So I mean, talk to us here. What's Ainsley? Does she love sports? Is she into sports all the time? Is she always watching basketball?
She loves sports, any sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes to ride dirt bikes. She plays the
Okay.
guitar. She plays the guitar.
Wow. Okay. So a little bit of everything. Do you just like competing against people, Ainsley?
Yeah.
Do you like even board games? Do you compete against
Uh,
people? Do you like Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Video games? What about video games? Do you play video games?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But mainly the board games and stuff like that. You're always competing. You like to win more, or do you hate to lose more?
I like to win more.
You like to win more? That's a really good answer. I really like that answer. Obviously, parents, Ainsley's, if she's in love with sports, I personally, we think that's a great thing here on the show. We've lived our lives through sports. We love it. It's taught us some great things. It's taught us, that we were wrong more often than we were right. So let me just ask you, what are some lessons that you're kind of hoping Ainsley gets through all of this and that she kind of takes away from this and hopefully sports just in general?
I would say a good work ethic and stick your mind to it and you'll reach your goals.
Yeah.
Set goals and go for it. So
Yeah. I think that's great advice. And Gabe, we've had a lot of kids. We've had college athletes, college coaches on this show. Really great high school athletes that are going on to be college athletes. And every one of them, when it comes time to advice, because we always ask somebody for their piece of advice, it always boils down to hard work being the first thing that kind of comes up. So I love that as parents to hear it, because that's kind of, if nothing else, maybe I'm doing something right, Trav. maybe I'm doing something right. Well, because they're preaching the same things, and it sounds like you guys got a good setup. Ainsley, you got any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, one.
You got one. Is it a brother or sister?
Sister.
Sister. Okay. How old's are you the big sister or little sister?
Big sister.
You're the
She's
big sister. She's what?
You're the little sister.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry. I
I'm
misheard you.
sister.
You're the little sister. Okay. So you got an older sister.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So is your older sister into sports? Does she like to compete as well?
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. So I need to be looking out for a pair of you. What's your older sister's name?
Aya.
Kaya?
Yeah.
Okay. That's an awesome name. Okay. So who's the better free throw shooter? Just be honest.
Me.
The little sibling wins again. I never even made it to the districts, Ainsley. But I'm gonna plead my case. I was like a stacked division, okay? Rest assured. Okay. So obviously, Dad, I think that's great advice. Mom, what are you kind of hoping for in all of this? What are some of the lessons that you hope to hear from, or hope to, Ainsley learns that, through sports and all this?
I mean, the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Good work
Okay.
ethic. And,
Okay. Good work
uh,
ethic. I feel like you got, good work ethic. Everything else kind of takes care of itself. If you're not afraid to roll up your sleeves, everything else is possible. So I think that's awesome. So Ainsley, I gotta ask you, goals are important. Dad said goals are important, and setting goals for the future. Do you have any goals for the future? I gotta ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up, if you have any goals?
When I grow up, I want to be a farmer.
You want to be a farmer? Oh my gosh, you're going to go. So you guys have taught the work ethic. You guys have taught the work ethic. I love it. I love it. That's a great answer. That is a great answer. We love that here on the 740 Sports Show. Ainsley, before we let you go, and we appreciate the little bit of time that we've gotten from you this evening. You guys have been great, and we hope that people comment, and people, you're able to go back and read some of the nice things that people are going to say about you, and wish you luck going forward into Chicago. But we got to know some of your favorites before you go, because hopefully you're going to become a little hooper in the area, and do a little farming on the side, and we can keep an eye on you. But so we got to know, what's your favorite sport? You love all sports. Which one's your favorite right now?
My favorite sport is probably basketball.
Okay. What is it about basketball that makes it your favorite? Is it meeting new people, or what is it?
I like to shoot a lot.
You like to shoot? Hey, me too. Me too. That's my favorite part of the game. Um, Unfortunately, Ainsley, I think you're a little bit better than I am, but you got a much brighter future, and that's what's important. So do you have so let me ask you this: competitively, do you have like a team you play for locally? Do you play school ball? Do you play recreational ball?
I play school ball.
You play school ball? You play school ball for Paint Valley, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can expect to see you as a Bearcat in the future, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know basketball is your favorite sport now, but I'm going to take it upon myself as a parent to think that that's probably pretty important to your parents as well. I might even go on a ledge and say maybe a little more than basketball. So, what's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math? Oh, okay. We are just real different, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Listen. I get to about 3 free throws, and I lose count anyway, so it don't matter how many I can make. Ainsley, I love it. Why math? What do you like about math that say is it more exciting for you?
Yeah, and I like to solve problems.
Okay. Solving problems and shooting free throws. When can you run for president? I gotta ask. When are you eligible? Because if farming doesn't work out, you've got my vote. I promise you've got my vote. Whenever, forget the draft class. I want to know when you're eligible to run for president. Okay, that's awesome. So basketball is your favorite sport. So I got to assume you've got a favorite player as well, correct?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Caitlin Clark.
Oh my gosh. Yes. 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 Listen, I'm thinking the Angel Reese dropped that crown. She didn't leave it there for Caitlin Clark. She left it there for you. She dropped it, and that's going to be your crown someday. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. Okay, you just keep on doing what you're doing. I love Caitlin. My favorite personally, I love Sabrina. Sabrina Ionescu's she's my homegirl. But Caitlin Clark, my brother, I wish Bubba was here so much tonight. Oh my gosh, you guys have got a field day together. Not a farming field day. I just want to make that clear. But as good a conversation as you can have with my younger brother, anyway. So you've got a favorite player, favorite sport, favorite subject. Let me ask you this: this all began at your home school, and now you're going to be shooting on one of the biggest courts, the biggest stages, kind of imaginable. And I think that's awesome. I can't wait to look for April 18th to April 21st. We're going to be keeping an eye out for everything that's going on. But I got to ask you, Ainsley, where is your favorite place to shoot?
My favorite place to shoot is my school.
At Pate Valley, where it all began?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Let me ask you this: you got a favorite spot on the floor? I'm trying to teach our 8-year-old to find your spot. As a basketball player, it's not about being comfortable all the time. You got to get to your spot. Do you have a favorite spot to shoot from?
The free throw line.
Something was telling me it was a foul line. I love it. I love it. Hey, you're going to have a spot in the NBA anytime you want. They shoot like 10 a night each guy. It's awesome. But hey, Ainsley, we are rooting for you. You've got a lot of people here that are big fans of yours. I don't know if you realize it. So you're kind of a local superstar, if you would, and we think that's awesome. And we hope that you shoot great at the national tournament. And we're wishing you all the luck in the world. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. Parents, before we go, Ainsley, before I let you all go, do you have anything else you'd like to add? Anything you want to say or kind of get out there for any reason? Anything at all?
We'd like to thank the Elks Lodge for
Yes.
what they've done. It's a pretty incredible thing they're putting on for these kids, and
Yeah.
and they treat us like superheroes or kings. They treat us real good. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, just to give you guys a little bit of background about us, I tell everybody all the time, and I always have to go into details. My brother and I, who I wouldn't trade our upbringing for anything on this planet, anything at all. We had great parents, hardworking parents, and that's where we got our hard work from. Or hopefully they think so. But I always tell people jokingly, we were raised in a bar because, jokingly, my dad went through the ranks of the Elks Lodge, and we lived that, and they're great people. Elks Lodge is, everywhere are great. And I love that there's the hoop shoot's still around. I love, my thing was the soccer shoot. I digress. But anyway, I'm glad the hoop shoot's still around, and that like you said, it's continuing to impact people's lives and do good things. So, and it's providing awesome opportunities. So, Ainsley, like I said, thanks so much for joining us. Tara, Gabe, thank you all so much for joining us. And we hope to link up with you again in the future here on the 740 Sports Show. And we're just wishing you all the best.
All right. Thank you for having us.
All right. Our pleasure. Thank you all for joining us here on the 740 Sports Show. Go get to that phone. We understand. Last week it was a dog bark. Hey, last week it was a dog barking for us. So we're real people with real lives. So we just appreciate all of it. So thank you guys so much again. And, God bless you. We hope you have a great night.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Take care. All right. Man, Travis, what an absolute time here. Episode 34 on the 740 Sports Show, joined by Ainsley Weaver. As you could tell, important folks, Trav. Important folks. I don't know if that call was about shooting hoops, might have been about farming, might have been about signing a contract with Nike. Who knows? Who knows? What a time here, man. Episode 34, 740 Sports Show. Ainsley Weaver, her family, took the time to join us, and this was an absolute time. We had a blast tonight. She shared with us her favorite hoop spot. She shared with us a lot of things, Trav. It was great. Bub missed out on a killer episode. He missed out on a killer opportunity. But also, I'm very glad that personally I got the chance to tell the story of my younger brother failing on an absolutely embarrassing stage. At one point, he told me, Trav, he thought to himself, do we really have to keep doing this? He said he missed like 17 in a row and thought, do we really have to keep doing this? And I love that for Bub. So, man, we're so thankful that, Ainsley and her dad, Gabe, and mom, Tara, took the time out of their night to join us here. And before we wrap up, Bub's not here tonight to disrupt me with volcanoes and hens in Sweden made of hay, and I don't know. So I'm going to take the floor for just a moment here. We don't ever talk negative. We don't ever talk bad on the show. One thing I want to talk about, man, I want to talk about the current landscape of women's basketball. What a great product the women's basketball is providing right now, man. And I gotta give that product some sort of recognition, because we gotta stop pretending that we gotta stop not recognizing that it's a great brand of basketball, first of all. And the biggest thing that needs to happen, the single biggest thing that needs to happen, stop comparing women's basketball to men's basketball. It's not the same. It's not the same. You're looking for the wrong things if you're looking for women's basketball to compare to men's basketball. Stop. It's a great team game right now. You've got Caitlin Clarks, you've got Juju, you got all these great athletes, Angel Reese, Sabrina, you got all of them. But the women's game as a whole is transcending into something that is so great that people need to just take a moment, stop, and appreciate what that game's becoming, man, because that game is really, really becoming a great brand of basketball. I digress, but it blew my son's mind tonight when I looked at him and said, Caitlin Clark has a $5 million offer to play basketball. He was like, no, and I said, yeah, she does. Stop. Okay, just at least stop comparing the two. I digress. Hey, thank you all for joining us here, 740 Sports Show. We appreciate you tuning in. Keep an eye out for episode 35. We're going to have some fun stuff coming up here this Sunday. And as always, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your viewership. Head over to the YouTube, the Instagram, the Facebook. Give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Right here at 740 Sports Show. Oh, Trav, we got a Twitter now. Did you know that? Yeah, we got a Twitter right now. Bub's supposed to be running it. He's also supposed to be here. No, never mind. All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in, as always, right here on the 740 Sports Show. Bye.